Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 22nd, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am expanded when I enter the field of love. How was your today? Did you feel any of the intensity? Just wondering because I got several calls. I had people going either way. I had people who were like, oh, I feel joyous, and others who were crashing and burning a little bit today in these energies. Fortunately, it was a fast-moving Pluto connection, and now, as of this recording, we're still building to that Venus-Mars union. If you didn't watch the scope for Wednesday, watch that to listen in with Venus and Mars in conjunction in Aquarius. It's lovely. It's still moving through the energies today. They're both at 7, but Venus is beginning the place where she will eventually lap Mars energy. So here Venus goes. Unless, no. Yeah, this is going to be a lap. I was like, unless there's a retrograde. No, a lap. So let's dig into Thursday. We have Mercury preparing to shift signs. Mercury is finishing up in Aquarius. And I've been wanting to talk about the mind fields all this week. And there's no better time than with Mercury, the planet that represents the mind and mental energies, being at 29 degrees Aquarius, which is very electrical. It's very air. It's very, very, very mental. Now I have to tell you, into my mind field came the song Ice Ice Baby. If there's a problem, I'll solve it. We'll leave it there. Because that's kind of the mentality of Mercury in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of innovation, and Mercury there is like, I know there are solutions to this problem. You're the solution, right? I know we can solve this. I know we can innovate this energy. And so that is one of the beautiful things to recognize today, throughout the day, that there's a strong energy of being the solution, of innovation, of looking to the future from an inspired perspective, which is kind of nice. I think we need a little bit of that. But our personal antennas, the electrical fields, the mind fields are very strong today. So mind fields are literally energy fields that are created by thoughts. Have you ever walked into a room and you're like, whoa, because it's like cue spooky music. Bah, bah, bah. Or you walk into a room and it's like, wee. Those are mind fields. You are feeling the mind fields. And we are constantly, I'm imagining people in the cities, walking through other people's minefields, unless you are a monk on a mountain away from that. We feel the vibes. Part of the vibes are these minefields. Yes, there's subconscious stuff as well, but today's a day to recognize them and recognize how influenced you are by them, because we are all influenced by them, for better or for worse, sometimes for better, sometimes not for better. And included in this is our own personal mind field, mind whirlpools that we create. This year becomes super mental. Super mental down the line. And we are being prepared for that. So no better time than today with Mercury at this final degree of Aquarius to really pay attention to the mind fields of your own making and others around you. Now, if you find yourself super susceptible to the ones around you, this is a good time to recognize some boundaries may be needed, and that also includes a lot of awareness, and it's a really good time to pay attention to what you are thinking, because what you think then becomes Mercury into Pisces, the emotional state. We go from the mental state to the emotional state. So Mercury's not going to move into Pisces until 11:29 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to talk about that in tomorrow's scope, because I think recognizing the minefields is more important. And speaking of minefields, we may have an ego-mind collision going on. We have the moon and Uranus reaching a square today. And in that, like I said, we may have some ego come up. We may have some triggers be shown to us. This is for healing, but again, recognize, what do you think about what is being shown to you? We also have the moon connecting to North Node and Chiron, which are also both still hanging out at 16 degrees. So even though they're not exactly conjunct, they're right there with each other. This influence is huge. And so again, there's potentiality for peeling through the layers in this energy to recognize something deeper in and of yourself. Now, we are also building to full moon energy. We have a full moon coming in the early morning hours of Saturday. And so beyond the mental energy, emotional energy is ramping up. So again, like I said, watch the correlation for that, because this is a big way that you can help yourself. Now, I have a roomie card for you again, so stay put for that because it's so perfect. But here we are, clinging to the past. We have some old stuff. Again, inner child stuff is coming up. Clinging to the past. We have been trying to work through this. We have not had success yet, but I have the tiger. We are getting ourselves there. Be patient with yourself. Some of these things are very tender for yourself, for your inner child, and we do have to be gentle and patient with the process. And sometimes it just requires, I'm thinking of yesterday's cards, that be here now presence energy. Now, I don't have that. I do have a lighthouse. Where can you be a lighthouse for those parts of yourself as well? Understanding, kind, warm, and present. I mean, that's a lighthouse, right? Its presence is very, very much there. I love the innocence card. Again, kind of doubling down on the inner child energy, the inner child work. But this is the sun card in traditional tarot. So just like the success card, it's like, don't worry, this is going to work out. Just be willing to be there. Just be willing to be there through this process, this ripening process of yourself and of your inner child, so to speak, and maturity. Oh, I took the card out of here. It's card 18. Like, I don't need this card in here. Yes, I did. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm not even going to actually read the Rumi verse because it's very long. I'm going to read the last little bit. Love embraced my spirit, and all my doubts vanished at once. A new and glorious robe of honor was placed on my shoulders. Love offered me the power of new vision and the transforming touch of divine generosity. Placed the chalice of eternal wine in my hands. And we're just going to read this little oracle part. This oracle comes with a sacred guidance. You are stepping into empowerment in a new way, and it is to be honored. Do not allow yourself to be dragged into dramas or power games. Drama minefields, power game minefields. You are worth so much more than that. You are tapping into your inner dignity, and others may not know how to respond. Some will respond with love and acknowledgement, and others with fear and judgment, calling you too big for your boots or your britches and high and mighty. Those are voices of fear, not truth. Be in your dignity and power and keep going. The ripening, right? The maturity. It is the divine that urges you thus, not the ego. I don't know if you heard that little ding, but yes, not the ego. Watch for that ego energy today. Do not doubt the changes happening within you now. Embrace them. So, I'm going to leave that there. That is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.